want to talk about Stellar Blade for a brief moment. I picked it back up. I was pretty deep into it. I was pretty fucking deep into that. And I loved it. Except when I didn't. The combat system, absolutely fantastic. One of the best combat systems in any action game ever. I don't think that's debatable. And they fuck it up with all these stupid... It's like they try to throw every possible thing they can from any popular action game from the past couple decades. You know, there's a little bit of Uncharted in there, a little bit of God of War, maybe some Resident Evil 4. They throw in, you know, climbing stuff. They throw in gauntlet stuff where you have to avoid environmental hazards, sections where you got to run through turrets, shooting. It has shooting. The game does not need fucking shooting because the melee combat is so fucking good. It rivals any fucking action game out there. Why are they throwing all this other crap in there? It's so fucking annoying. Whatever. I don't know. Koreans are weird, okay? Hopefully if they make a sequel, they take, you know, the criticism to heart. They made something... They're on to something really special here. And they came really close to greatness. They came really close. But they fell a little bit short. And, you know... But really, let's talk about the visuals. I don't think any game competes with this in terms of visuals in the year 2024. This came out in 2024, right? Or did I, like, black out longer than I thought? And this is like a 2023 game. I'm pretty sure this came out this year. And, yeah, I played a lot of good-ass looking games in 2024. I don't think any of them compete with this. I mean, you know, art styles are different and stuff. Settings, this and that. Like, Dragon's Dogma 2, I would want to say is maybe the best looking game I played technically, but that game also plays like dog shit, or it did. Supposedly they fixed it. So you got to take that into account. Also, it's a generic fantasy setting, not quite so interesting artistically. Like, this is a really cool science fiction setting, you know. It's you know, futuristic science fiction. And it's a really cool take on it. I want to say the only other game I played that competes with this is Space Marine 2. So, like, visually, the top 3 best looking games I played this year are Stellar Blade, Dragon's Dogma 2, and Space Marine 2. And Dragon's Dogma 2, as good as it fucking looks, I gotta eliminate it because, you know, it's generic fantasy setting. We've seen it a million times. They fucking nailed it. They fucking nailed the shit out of it, man. It looks so good, but it's generic fantasy setting. It doesn't win any points. This isn't necessarily generic sci-fi setting. You know what I mean? And I can say the same for Space Marine 2. Like, that is not generic science fiction setting. So it's a close race between those two, but in the end I gotta give it to Stellar Butt because we all know why, baby.